Hey guys, it's Scott here, and I thought I had great lighting, and I hit start, and now it's dark again. I really don't know what I'm going to do about this situation. Let's see if that helps at all. We'll get started here in just a few seconds. I think you can get the gist of it. Maybe it's the Christmas tree making me look dark back there. We'll get started. Hey Christy, speaking of dark, she's up in Alaska where it's dark half the year or something like that. Kristen, good to see you, friend. So what I've decided to do, I'm not going to show anything in writing tonight. When I do show something in writing, if I do it forward facing to the camera, everything's backwards. So when I do a presentation on the wall, I have to do it where I can't see. And sometimes, like last night, I get halfway through a presentation and I don't know until somebody texts me that it's cut off. Now, if it cuts off, I'll know just where I was and I can pick up where I left off. Hey Lucy and Bill, Fran. Hey guys, let's get started. A lot of this is going to be review for those of you that know me, and I apologize for the darkness. I was just looking and it was so bright and cheery, and then when I hit start it goes dark. I don't know what's going on, but let's get started. Guys, my name is Scott Brewster and I am in Brandon, Mississippi. And I went up to Ole Miss today to watch, I'm a University of Mississippi fan, and I drove up there and we watched, well, Virginia Tech came to town, and it was a dramatic overtime game. We ended up losing, but I had a great time with one of my sons up there. And, you know, I just love, I've got 5 boys, and they're all at different stages in life, 24, 2 19s, a 12, a 10. I keep my nephew, a very active life. And I mention all that because I want you guys to understand something. I'm coming to you tonight just like you, right? I'm not a Bitqyck employee. I'm about to tell you about something called Bitqyck. I'm not an employee of Bitqyck. So whenever I share something with you, it's just one guy sharing something with you. It's not the corporation necessarily saying something, but I wanted to share what's happened with me over the last 7 months, a little bit about that and how you can plug in and change your life in 2018 like my family has in 2017. So let's get started, and before we do, let me let you know, not only am I not a Bitqyck employee, I'm in a completely different industry, and I'm going to share something with you tonight called cryptocurrency, digital currency. But I'm actually vice president of a company that processes health insurance claims. We have about 700 employees. We work in all 50 states, and I'm really busy with that. And but I had a friend call me. Susan Stover called me April 27th, so it was that 7 months ago, right? Susan called me and she said, hey Scott, have you heard of Bitcoin? And, you know, I've heard of Bitcoin, right? Unless you lived under a rock for the last few years, you've heard of Bitcoin. The funny thing is, when she told me about it, Bitcoin was about $1,300 or something. And I was under the impression that I missed the boat with Bitcoin. Isn't that funny? For those of you that know why that's funny, Bitcoin is a digital currency that currently, today, is worth about $11,000 per Bitcoin. Now, guys, it might interest you to note that Bitcoin, about 7 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago, if you had gotten a single Bitcoin, it had cost you 2 cents, 1 or 2 cents. Let's just say 2 cents. Today, that's $11,000. Now, let me help you with some math. Had I come to you 7 years ago and told you about this, and you jumped in with $200, your $200 would be worth well over $100 million as we sit here tonight. $100 million. Now, as a business person, I understand that investments and business oftentimes are 20/20 in hindsight, right? But I was curious about when Susan said a company in Dallas was coming out with a new digital currency like Bitcoin, but I could get involved on the ground floor. That interested me for a couple of reasons. One is, I felt like I missed the boat with Bitcoin, and I like being in the right place at the right time and being on the ground floor of something. So intellectually, I was curious. And then I said, well, Susan, I'm really busy. My finances are tied up in a lot of different things. How much are we talking about here? How much do you need me to invest? And I was really piqued, or my interest was piqued, when Susan tells me zero. I started April 27th, got involved as an affiliate of a company called Bitqyck, and I spent $0 to jump in. So I liked zero, and I liked the fact that I was on the ground floor. But let me tell you something, guys. I want you, one of the websites I meant to put on my post tonight, and write this down, I want you to learn and go to and study something called coinmarketcap.com. Coinmarketcap.com. When you go there, you're going to see that hundreds of coins have thrown their hat in the ring to try to compete with Bitcoin. What I'm going to tell you about is a company that not only is not competing with Bitcoin, we're lassoing Bitcoin's energy and we're going to use it to pull us forward as well, number one. Number two, those other coins that you see on when you go to coinmarketcap.com, those other coins don't really have anything driving the value of their currency. You see, what I came to learn when Susan was telling me about this, I started digging around and I went to Dallas. I flew to Dallas to meet the founders of the company, Sam Mendez and Bruce Weiss. I've sat with Sam in his living room with his beautiful girlfriend and his daughters, and I've gotten to know Bruce. When you sit there and have a glass of wine and you really look at somebody, you can really see their passion and their concern and their vision. And I got to know Sam, and I love his discernment and his seriousness about what he's doing. You see, Sam and Bruce, they've been around. They've taken some swings, they've hit some, they've missed some, but they've been around the block and they're visionaries and they're ahead of their time. You see, what they decided to do to lasso Bitcoin's energy is this. It's an entirely different coin. I'm going to mention Bitcoin many times tonight, but what I'm telling you about is the company that Sam and Bruce started that you and I can own together. I already own it, and a lot of the people in this video own it, but if you're seeing this for the first time, we want you to own the company with us. You see, Sam and Bruce had this idea, because otherwise we're just going to be another coin on the marketplace. So what did they come up with that no one has ever done before? And here's what's going on. Guys, when you get a hold of the digital currency Bitqyck, they started a company, Bitqyck, last year or this year. They started Bitqyck, and the coin is Bitqyck, B-I-T-Q-Y. Now, unlike these other coins, when you own another coin, if the coin goes away, you don't have anything. Air, poof, it's gone, right? With Bitqyck, you have intrinsic value, because when you own Bitqyck, and you can buy it on the exchange, you can convert dollars into Bitqyck or Bitqyck into dollars, it's completely fluid, and you're going to learn here in a minute that you can earn millions of Bitqyck. But when you earn them, you own a piece of the company. You see, every 10 Bitqyck that you own gives you 1 share of stock in Bitqyck, Sam and Bruce's company that they founded in Dallas. So when I went there, I wanted to see the office. You see, because some of these coins are absolutely a P.O. box in Dubai someplace. So I wanted to kick the tires. And not only did I want to meet Sam and Bruce, I wanted to see the office place. So I went, and on the corner of Elm and Irvay in Dallas, Texas, downtown Dallas, Texas, in the hub of the technology center, they've got 10,000 square feet of office space on the 16th floor and 10,000 square feet on the 17th floor. This is a burgeoning, growing, exploding business. So I thought, okay, free to get involved, check. I love the idea of owning the business, because as a business person, I don't want to just be an employee. I don't want to just sell somebody stuff. I want to be a value creator, and I want to be rewarded for creating that value. I loved the idea of owning the currency. So I said, all right, guys, I love it. How do I get started? Give me some of that currency. And at the time, it wasn't even on the exchange yet. And they said, Scott, the only way you can earn this Bitqyck is to share our verticals. Obviously, I said, what's a vertical, right? And what I came to realize, guys, is here's the brilliant part of Bitqyck, or the second brilliant part of Bitqyck. Sam and Bruce decided they wanted to reward the people that create the value for the company. So I got involved for zero, and I started looking at these verticals. And what verticals, guys, are, it's very simple. A vertical, if you think about Bitqyck, underneath Bitqyck umbrella, there are different verticals, different companies, or different products or services that you can participate in. If you want to, you can participate in that. So what I did is I became a free affiliate, like I'm suggesting that you do. And then once I was a free affiliate, I started looking around and figuring out what spoke to me. What do I mean by speak to me? Well, they've got we've got beauty products. We got eyelash extenders. We got wrinkle movers. I probably do need wrinkle remover. I definitely need light. But we had amazing products. But, look at me. What are you going to do with this, right? So the beauty products didn't speak to me wholeheartedly. But then we came out with a travel product. And let me explain what's going on with that. It's called Travel Key, and I've got the link on here, www.travelkey.com. Now keep in mind, if you're new, when you look at these different things, you don't have to spend anything. This isn't network marketing where you've got to shell out money constantly. You don't ever have to spend a thing. If you see something that works for you, get it. Because what happens with Travel Key is, I travel all the time. And Travel Key was a program where we buy wholesale discount on hotels and cruises and rental cars and other things. We buy the wholesale costs just like Expedia and Orbitz and those guys do. But with those guys, they add their fees on top because they're in the money to make money on what they're doing, on that part, right? With us, we get the same wholesale deals, but we don't add anything to it because we're not in the business of making money off of our affiliates buying packages. Because what we're trying to do is to make a package, whether it's a travel package or a product package, we're trying to make a valuable product hit the marketplace. And what happens is this. When I saw the travel thing, I thought, man, that speaks to me. If I can save money on travel, I'm in. And I spent, I think it was $3.99 at the time. I spend my $3.99, let's say $400. I go to Cincinnati the first week. I book my airfare, I book my hotel, I book my rental car. I saved like $500 the first Tuesday that I went out of town. Not only that, when I booked my travel on the engine, I booked my travel and I typed it in there and I saved $500. I get 500 Bitqyck. For every dollar I saved, I got a Bitqyck. And so I thought, wow. So I understood that when I engaged with the products, I earned the Bitqyck. Now let me share something with you, because I want to cast this vision for you, because I'm going to continuously talk about three things. I want to talk about how to create income right now. We have Christmas coming up in a few weeks. You might be stressed out about how to pay for Christmas. Give me a like if you're worried about how to pay for Christmas. You might be stressed out about how to pay for Christmas. I can show you how to create income for yourself with no expense, how to create income for yourself for Christmas, right? So we're going to talk about now money. We're going to talk about residual money, month after month after month. And we're going to talk about the long term. Because you see, when you start a business, you have three fundamental questions, don't you? What's it cost me to get started? How quick will I be making a profit? And how does the long term look? Well, we already talked about it cost you nothing to get started. So let's talk about how to make money quickly. Well, with the travel program, I started telling my friends, hey, I just saved $500 when I went to Cincinnati. Look at this thing. You can earn these Bitqyck. And they say, well, what are Bitqyck? And let me share a story that I love to tell folks. Currently, Bitcoin, the leader in our space, the leading coin out there. And Google digital currency, blockchain. I'm not going to get into all of that tonight. Google that stuff. Let's don't go there. But digital currency, the leading digital currency is Bitcoin. Okay? Now, Bitcoin currently trades for $11,000 for a single coin. We talked about that. So imagine Bitqyck. Right now, Bitqyck's at 1 cent. Guys, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. You got to follow me here. What happens if Bitqyck, 10 years from now, gets to not $11,000? What's 10% of 11,000? Or let's just do 10,000. What's 10% of 10,000? 1,000, right? What is 1% of 10,000? 100. What's 1/10 of 1%? 10, right? Now, when I started telling my friends and earning Bitqyck, I earned some here, I earned some there, I bought some here, I've gotten some there. As I'm sitting here doing this video with you guys, I have about 1.8 million Bitqyck. About 1.8 million. So think about this. Right now they're worth a penny, so that's what, $18,000, right? That's not bad considering I spent nothing. But think about this. What if Bitqyck eventually gets to where Bitcoin is? Not where it is, but 1/10 of 1% to $10. 7 years from now, 6 years from now, 5, 2 years, whatever it takes. $10 times 1.8 million. Do you think this bald guy in Brandon, Mississippi will be pretty happy having spent zero, done some live events, turned a $1.8 billion or 1.8 million Bitqyck times 10 into $18 million? That's the long-term vision. Bitqyck has more going for it than Bitcoin, so I would suggest to you that Bitqyck is actually better positioned. And when I get through with this video, I hope that you see that. Because what happened was Bitqyck and Sam and Bruce and all of us, and when I say us, I'm talking about you and I, we own the company together. When you get involved and you start earning Bitqyck, you own the company with me. Well, what they decided was, wow, people are loving this concept. So they had the travel program come out, they had the beauty products come out, and then we got to thinking, you know, what product could we release to everybody where not everybody travels, you know, and not everybody wants beauty products? What is everybody that wants to start their business, what do they have in common? And we realized it was a pulse. Everybody that's currently an affiliate is alive, right? All of our affiliates are living. What does a living person need at some point? Medical care, right? It doesn't matter if you have great insurance or good insurance or poor insurance or no insurance. Everybody hates dealing with medical care. So we thought, what if we came up with a medical product and people could spend, say, $250 and we would give them $200 of currency and they had unlimited access to a doctor 24/7, 365 for them, their spouse, and their entire family. Let me say that again. You spend $249 for a year, and you and your spouse and your kids have unlimited access with no cost associated with it, with a physician who's board certified in your state 24/7, anytime you need to access them. Think about that. What's it cost you to go to the doctor? What, deductibles, co-pays, co-insurance, lost time, missed time, away from work, away from school, right? When you get there, you're sitting with a bunch of sick people, you're filling out insurance paperwork, you're doing all of that mess. Well, me, I've got a product on my phone. Look at all those texts. And that's what I have pop on my phone every time I pick it up. But I have an app on my phone, QuickMD. We have QuickMD as affiliates. I paid the $249. I got 5 kids, remember? I'm always having snotty nose and sore throats and flus and all kinds of things. So now I pick up my phone, I click, I tell who my person is that's sick. I say, do I want a video call or teleconference? If I want a video call, I can show the doctor my son's sore throat. I paid $249, and now I can have a physician call me back within 30 minutes on a Saturday afternoon, so I don't have to go to the urgent care and fill out a bunch of paperwork and pay a copay. I can talk to a doctor. The doctor sends me my prescription at Walmart or Walgreens. I go down the street to get it. Boom, I'm done, right? I didn't miss work. I didn't miss school. I didn't pay anything. It's an amazing product. QuickMD was and is, continues to be, a home run. It was an amazing find. So think about what's happening here, all right? You've got QuickMD, and then you've got the travel program, and then you've got the beauty products, and then under the medical product, we've got other products. This is Cardio Miracles. You see, guys, I know it's all backwards for you, but I got mine yesterday, and I love it. I don't know if you've had it, but there was a molecule that won the Nobel Prize in 1998. That molecule is in this product, and you mix it in your water. You pour I'm about to do it when I get through. You pour this in here, you mix it up, you drink it, and it does amazing things for your arteries and your blood flow and your heart in the long run. Nitric oxide is a miracle and helps you so much. I don't want to get off too much on products, but what I want you to understand is this. When I got involved in May and I started seeing, so you're telling me that I can get these great products that I need anyway. They're great stuff, right? I can engage in this ecosystem and buy stuff. And when I do that, if I want to, when I do that, I earn currency. Pretty cool. Now, how do I earn more income? And Bitqyck says, well, here's the thing. You're affiliate. You're an affiliate marketer. And I thought, oh, okay, hold on. I don't have to build a team or anything, do I? No, you don't have to build a team. That's network marketing. Affiliate marketing is just you and the people you talk to, right? And I said, okay, well, I don't have to buy anything every month. No, you don't have to buy everything every month. He said, and then I remember them telling me, you know, Scott, you remember Amazon and eBay, those little companies, they started with affiliate marketing. That's how they got started. And so what it means is, I love this product, and I love other products. I tell my friends. With QuickMD, I loved it. Why would I not love accessing a physician on my phone? I accessed a physician. I started telling my friends. I signed up my wife, and she started telling her friends. And before we knew it, that first month that QuickMD came out, we had like 300 people. 300 people that spent, say, $200. That's $60,000. That all of my friends bought the QuickMD because everybody needs QuickMD, right? 300 people times 2, that's $60,000. Now, what Bitqyck decided to do with affiliation is they said, look, Scott, we're not going to buy magazine ads and we're not going to buy TV spots or radio spots. We're going to pay people like you because you're going to tell people that they can get digital currency. And when they get digital currency, they're getting these amazing products, and then they can tell their friends and they'll be affiliated with them and so forth. So for those 60,000 people that either myself or my wife, I'm not 60,000 people, 60,000 in September, I think it was, they paid me 10% of that. 10% of $60,000. I got one Monday afternoon. Guys, that's a $6,000 check. Well, that has happened many times with many things. It happened last week with cardio. It happened with Travel Key. It happens with all the different products. So now I've got 1,500 people in my organization. And for the most part, when any of them buy anything at any time from now on forever, I'm getting commissions from that. It's really, really interesting. They don't have to. They're not pigeoned into it like when you're in one of those network marketing things, you have an auto ship. It drives you crazy. No. This is when a new product comes out. You've got this affiliation group down there. When they all buy something, you earn a commission check. That is the short term. Today's December 2nd. Today is Saturday. If you knew somebody today and you told them about one of these products and they bought it tonight, you would be paid Monday. Boom, boom, done. It pays immediately. In some cases, Bitqyck has paid me before they even got the check in Dallas. When somebody bought something, I got paid before they even got the check. So that's the short term. Sharing the products with folks. When they buy the products, you earn commissions. All right? Now, that's pretty neat. You're not chasing your friends. You're not chasing your family. What you're saying is, guys, have y'all heard of Bitcoin? This company's starting this new currency, and they're rewarding currency when we just buy amazing things. Check it out. Become a free affiliate and look around. Thank God I did. I started doing this, guys. I hesitate to tell you, but $140,000 in 7 months. Guys, that's $20,000 a month, and it's just starting. That's an amazing number. Now, I know I've got an advantage on folks, right? I've got a social media footprint. People sit down. I do my live events. I understand that. But I'll do this for you. In fact, I do this for you. I don't even share my link on here. If anybody wants to sign up and get started, you need to go back to the person who invited you to this video. I'm just doing this to help everybody grow their teams. And we're about to start doing Zoom calls and about three-way calls. I'm going to be much more active in 2018 because I'm going to be working a lot more on Bitqyck and a lot less on my 9-to-5 gig in 2018. Because, guys, here's the thing. All of that's fine and good. But a lot of us don't want to sell or share or talk or, tell people about stuff that we love, and I understand that. So let's talk about the residual income, because I need you to understand something here. Sam and Bruce have been selling these amazing products for 7 months to people all over the world. And all over the world, people have been sending in Bitcoin all year. What's happened? They've been paying for these mostly with Bitcoin. So what's happened when people paid with a Bitcoin that was worth $2,000 in May? Sam and Bruce got that amount of Bitcoin. Well, what is that amount of Bitcoin worth now? 5 times that amount, right? So Sam and Bruce, God bless them, we, the company, have brought in millions in the last several months. Well, instead of just divvying it up to everybody or running to Tahiti and skipping town with it, what they decided to do was take advantage of what the Chinese government had stopped letting their people mine digital currency in China, mine Bitcoin. We bought hundreds of very high-end mining machines for Bitcoin. You might be thinking, well, hold on, Scott. You're talking about Bitqyck and now you're talking about Bitcoin? I'm going to marry the two. You see, unlike these other currencies that are fighting Bitcoin all the time, no. Our success is married to Bitcoin's success. And a lot of people think Bitcoin is going to be 25,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000. So understand this. I, as an owner of Bitqyck, because I own Bitkey, I therefore am an owner of Bitqyck, like most of you are. Well, understand something very important financially that's happening here. Sam and Bruce and our leadership team, they bought 2 or 3 acres in Washington State because to mine Bitcoin, now guys, I don't want to get off the track too much and talk about mining, but Google mining of Bitcoin. In fact, there was a show, Big Bang Theory did a show the other night. The guys had mined Bitcoin. It was a funny show, but mining Bitcoin is a big deal. And there's little servers that are required to mine Bitcoin. Every time a Bitcoin transaction happens around the globe, anytime that happens, there's a little piece of Bitcoin that's abandoned in that process. And when we go into mine, we got to solve mathematical equations to find those little tiny slivers of Bitcoin that are abandoned. Well, as more and more Bitcoin is transferred around the world, the price goes up. There's more opportunity for mining, but it's more difficult. Sam and Bruce bought high-end hash rate machines. Hash rate is the power that's needed to find a Bitcoin. Well, they've bought hundreds of machines. They have them in Washington State because it's cool up there, and these machines run hot, 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 and you got to keep them cool. And now we've invested in property in Central Europe, and over the next several months, we're going to have thousands of machines. Thousands of machines. Think about this. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to follow this part. Listen carefully. You've got a company that's brought in millions in their first year of doing business, and they've become debt-free. That same company used those millions to not buy property that might go up a little bit or not buy cars or buildings. They bought Bitcoin machine to double down in these next few years as Bitcoin explodes. So stop right there for a minute. You've got a company with zero debt that almost literally is printing money, right? Because they're using these machines to mine Bitcoin every minute of every day. They don't pause, they don't go on coffee break, they don't go on bathroom breaks. These machines operate every minute of every day. Mining Bitcoin, mining Litecoin, mining Ethereum. What happens when a company has zero debt, no associated overhead, owns their property, and their property is constantly mining something that went up, was 2 weeks ago, it was $7,000, and now it's $11,000 for a Bitcoin. God knows what it's going to be this time next year. Think about what happens with Bitqyck. They become worth millions, right? Let me back that pronoun up. I say they become worth millions. Who becomes worth millions? We become worth millions, because if you get involved in Bitqyck as an affiliate of Bitkey, you own the company. So think about the residual possibilities here when I tell you this next piece. Instead of Bitqyck keeping all these machines to themselves, they decided to let us access the power associated with one of these machines. Now, I want to be cautious here. You're not buying a machine that you can touch and say, this is my machine right here. Because what would happen with that is some people would get good machines and some people would get bad machines, and then people would compare notes on social media, and I might say, hey, I mined a 0.08 of a Bitcoin last month. And you might say, well, what? I only mined 0.02 of a Bitcoin. Scott got a better machine, or vice versa, right? Or your machine would just go kaplunk, and you spent $2,000 on a machine and it stinks. So you're buying the power associated with the mining ability of that machine, all right? In our case, it's 14 hash. Somebody correct me, petahash, terahash, some kind of hash. Hash brown, smothered, covered, I don't know what it is, but it's hash. So you're buying the power associated with that machine, all right? So what they did with, and now guys, you don't have to do this. I'm showing you various residual ways to create an income for yourself residually. We already talked about the people talking to people about the products, and that will create a residual flow. It's been really great, actually. It's been a great residual flow, but what I'm really excited going into next year is they gave me the ability, and you the ability, to buy the power associated with a machine. So I said, what's the maximum? And they said 3. And I said, give me 3. Give me 3 for my wife. Give me 3 for myself. I want 6 machines, obviously, because listen to the math. The machine, to get a machine, the power associated with it is $2,000. Again, not the moment where you go, aha, Now he's trying to get money from me. You don't have to do that. I'm only showing you what's possible for you as an investor here. You can buy the power associated with a machine for $2,000. Now, the company can't possibly tell us exactly how much income we're going to get from that machine because Bitcoin's all over the place. The cost associated with mining is all over the place. I'll tell you that I've done research and I've piggybacked on research of people that I trust. This is Scott talking. This is not corporate talking. I think that based on the power of our machine and based on what I see as the expense associated with it, I think I'm going to mine about 0.083 of a Bitcoin monthly. So let's say the Bitcoin is $10,000. About 8% of that monthly, which would be $800. Now, are we back? Somebody make a comment. I think I'm back. Are we good? Somebody give me a thumbs up or give me a series of thumbs up. It went out on my end. All right. I'm going to keep talking and I'll keep looking at the screen. Somebody will say yes or no here in a second. So exactly how much Bitcoin we're going to get is up to conjecture. I needed some point of reference. So I decided with all the math and everybody I talked to, I thought 0.083 was comfortable. But let me tell you this, guys. For a $2,000 investment, if I'm 100% wrong and it's 4, right? If it's 0.04, well, 4% of a $10,000 is $400. Well, in 5 months, I'm even and then I'm making money. So and that's assuming Bitcoin is constant. Bitcoin's going to go up. And what I know is this. My $2,000 that I spend, I'm done. If Bitcoin goes through the roof, I'm in the gravy, right? And not only that, but if I'm mining 0.06 or 8 or whatever it is, if I'm mining 0.06 of a Bitcoin and it's a $10,000 coin, I'm still going to mine 0.06 when it's a $20,000 coin or a $40,000 coin or a $90,000 coin. The 0.06 doesn't change. It's just a much bigger number. For me, the mining of Bitcoin was a no-brainer. So one of the links you're going to see here is right now to get a machine, you'll need to get back to the person who shared this video with you and they'll show you the steps. But basically, you can buy a machine with Bitcoin. And some of you might not have Bitcoin. So I do quickly want to tell you about something, and I know I'm probably going a little bit long here, but I wanted to share something with you. That dollarplusstore.com, Dollar Plus Store, I don't want us to overlook that because you can take a credit card onto that Dollar Plus Store after you're an affiliate with your friend. So join as an affiliate for free. Look at the medical, look at the travel, go to the Dollar Plus, look around, figure out what you want to do. But the Dollar Plus Store, you can go in there, and if you own Bitqyck, tell your friend will tell you about that. If you own Bitqyck and you can get there, then you can use $1,000 to buy at the Dollar Store Plus. You spend $1,000, you have $500 that is sitting for you in an account to spend on things you spend at a dollar store. But you also get $500 worth of currency, and then you also get a quarter of a machine's output. So in my example a minute ago, instead of getting a full machine at 0.08, you'd be getting a quarter, so you'd be getting 0.02 of whatever Bitcoin is monthly, assuming that's what the machine mines. But guys, here's the bottom line. The mining piece has just started. We haven't seen the first results yet. I'll look every 5 minutes. I haven't seen it in my back office yet. But what I know is, with my business, I've seen miraculous things happen with the short-term income. It's been amazing. I know Sam and Bruce do exactly what they say they're going to do. And every time they've told me to expect this, it's been this. And then they said, Scott, it's going to be here, and it was here. They have under-promised and over-delivered to me and my family financially, and I think a lot of people here would agree the entire time. All right? So I'm confident enough to buy a machine, to buy several machines, and give it a spin. All right? So if you can't afford to buy a machine, that's fine. let your friend tell you how to get a hold of Bitqyck M, because people like me are going to be getting machines, and we're going to need to access power to keep those machines cooled and to run the machines. So if somebody like you owns the Bitqyck M, basically when you own Bitqyck M, people like me that own machines, I'm paying you to lease your energy each month. So you create a little residual income just from owning Bitqyck M. All right? So Bitqyck, the M stands for mining. So you got Bitqyck, you got Bitqyck M, and then you got the mining opportunity. So let's wrap this up with this. I want you to think about this. Short-term income is the products. Amazing products, not just this, but other things I've talked about with the travel and the medical and other things that come out in the coming years. Now, what's going to happen when people start to see what's happening here? Right now, we had 10 billion Bitkeys when we started this. 10 billion Bitkey minted, right? It sounds like a big number. But when you start understanding that when people buy product, they're going to be rewarded Bitkey. When they go to restaurants, they're going to be rewarded Bitkey. When they buy cars, they're going to be rewarded Bitkey. Bitkey is going to be everywhere. It's already getting pervasive all over the world. As I'm here tonight, there's meetings going on in Thailand and Japan and Hawaii and all over the place. So right now, there were 10 billion Bitkey. 2.5 billion have been circulated out to people like me, and we have them in our wallets, in our e-wallets, all right? Now my Bitkey, it's off the table because it's in my wallet, and I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to sell it. I could go sell it for cash, but why would I do that? I'm going to save it and watch the sucker go up. So we started with 10 billion. 25% of it's already gone. All right? So in business, you think supply and you think demand. So keep the supply over here in your mind for a second. The supply are verticals like this that are draining the supply down, 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 right? Now what's going on over here on the demand side? You got a company, Bitqyck. They're debt-free. They own mining in the Northwest. They are starting a mining facility in Central Europe. What's going to happen there is they're mining constantly. What happens when a company has money coming in all the time and nothing going out? Obviously, the valuation of the company increases. As the cryptocurrency world starts to see, what's going on with Bitqyck? My God, they're killing it. How do I get a piece of that? The only way they're going to get a piece of that is to go buy Bitqyck. Bitqyck on the exchange. So right now it's a penny. You can get tons of it. But as we start mining and the valuation of our company goes up, people are going to start buying Bitqyck. And Bitqyck over here is, in the cryptocurrency world, your market cap is very important. And your market cap is the cost of the coin at any given time times the number of circulation. Well, as we get more and more in circulation because people are buying it because of the demand going up, or they're earning it from telling their friends and family about products, either way, there's Bitqyck is being diminished. So right now there's 25% gone, but when there's 50% gone, and then there's 70% gone, and then there's 90% gone, and then when it's 93% gone around the world, and the demand is increasing because Bitcoin is continuing to rise. Because what happens this time next year if Bitcoin's $20,000? And Bitqyck is over here mining Bitcoin constantly. You're mining Bitcoin. I'm mining Bitcoin. Your mother's mining Bitcoin. Your sisters are mining Bitcoin. Everybody's mining Bitcoin. Bitqyck is going up in value. People are wanting to get a hold of the value of Bitqyck. The only way they could do it is buying Bitqyck. So people that aren't in it right now, a year from now, they're going to go, my God, that company's taking off. Gimme, gimme, gimme. That thing's about to pop. And they're going to go over there and they're going to start buying it. You see what I meant? We have more going for us than Bitcoin. We have more going for us than Ethereum. We have more going for us than Litecoin or any of these other things because we've got these verticals that are diminishing the supply while the mining machines are increasing the demand. Guys, I've been in business a long time. I've never seen a perfect storm like we have here. Never seen it. Never seen a perfect storm. Because here's the thing. People say, oh, Bitqyck will never be a Bitcoin. Maybe, maybe not. I don't need it to be a Bitcoin. Bitcoin can run off and hide at $50,000, $100,000. I don't care. I do care in so much as I'm mining Bitcoin, and if it goes up to $50,000 or $100,000, that's strong stuff for me personally. And we see if it goes up to $50,000 or $100,000, We're not competing with Bitcoin. Remember when I started, I said the brilliance of what Sam and Bruce did? They're not fighting Bitcoin. They're lassoing that dude and riding it all the way to the bank. We're riding it all the way to the bank. So Bitcoin's going to continue to go. As Bitcoin continues to go, all that does is bring Bitqyck with it. But guys, I don't think it could happen, but if Bitqyck disappeared overnight, if you have Bitqyck, and hypothetically, let's say it's worthless, but if you get a 500,000 Bitqyck, that gets you 50,000 shares of ownership with a company that is mining Bitcoin daily, and Bitcoin's exploding. If nothing else, frickin' Bitqyck 5 years from now is worth billions, and you've socked away 50,000 or 500,000 shares of stock over here. Guys, this is the biggest no-lose situation I've ever seen in business. So I'm going to sum it up by this. Short term, easy. Products, tell people if they travel, they want Travel Key. If they're alive, they want Quick MD. This is an amazing product that reduces heart attacks. All of that stuff will create short-term income. I know it. I see it. Every Monday I see it. Short-term. Mining, getting involved in Bitcoin mining creates your residual income. Every month we're going to get paid, and we're going to get paid in Bitcoin. When you set up your back office, you're going to get a little Bitcoin address in there, and they're going to pay you in Bitcoin. It's like if you got your paycheck in cash and your paycheck set in a bucket and it doubled every month. That's what's happening with Bitcoin. You're going to get paid into your bucket, and that bucket is going up. But even if you're mining a coin and it goes down, does it matter? And you might say, well, yeah, it matters. Well, not really. Once you've gotten your $2,000 back, if you're mining a $20,000 Bitcoin, that's money in the bank. If Bitcoin plummets to $5,000, hey, that's still money in the bank. You're even. You spent your $2,000, you've gotten it back, and now everything else is gravy. So the residual income is obvious. The long-term income sums up everything I've said. Supply going down, demand going up, Bitcoin going up, Bitqyck's going to go up because it's being pulled by Bitcoin. Guys, you're sitting in the right place at the right time. I'm going to be here tomorrow night. I'm going to be here the next night, the next night, the next night. I'm going to sit at my kitchen table in front of my Christmas tree, and I'm going to share this story dadgummit every night until everybody gets it. So share the button, hit it right now, invite people tomorrow night. We'll start doing three-way phone calls, we'll start doing Zoom. I'm going to do whatever I've got to do to make your 2018 far better than it was for you financially in 2017. It's my mission in life, guys. Thanks for joining me tonight, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. I might move it to 8:30. My wife wants me to move it up a little bit because when I talk so loud, the whole house hears it here. So I might move it to 8:30, but I'll let you guys know. Either way, I will be here tomorrow night, and we'll make this thing happen together. Guys, you know I wrap up every call with telling you I love you because that's my spirit, that's my heart, and that's what I feel, and that's why I love doing this. And I go hoarse sometimes, but I love it. Guys, see you tomorrow night. Good night.